Hi folks, how you getting on? It's Kenny here. Thank you for tuning in to the channel and having a look at what we're up to today. Today I'm back down in Loch, just along from Moy Lodge, and we're setting off for 3 Munros, which are up near Loch. It's going to be Creag Pitridh, Geal Charn and Beinn Chlachair. I've got the mountain bike here. You don't need it, but it's a good 6 kilometres up to when we start climbing onto the hills, so I think it does save a bit of time, and it's excellent to freewheel all the way back down. Anyway, let's get on with today. So we'll do the cycling first and see what today's adventure brings. Let's go. Right folks, puffing and panting up this wee hill here. I should have brought the electric bike, yeah. Anyway, what you see in front is Creag Pitridh, and behind that is Geal Charn, and spinning round here is our first one, Beinn Chlachair. We'll be going up the glen there, banking to the right, sticking to the left hand side of that big corrie with the sheer cliffs, and going round the curve and the contours up to the summit. Loch now by there. Yeah, someone scored the coconut getting the car right up to here. Up and we follow this little stream for about 1 kilometre, and then we'll bear to the right and we'll go up onto that shoulder there, head round the corrie and then up to Beinn Chlachair summit up there. We pull up from the loch where we've left the bike. We come to a small junction here which marks the point to diverge and head up onto Beinn Chlachair's ridge. Forgot to mention, this is a very stony plateau summit. And it's fine when it's covered in snow and packed, but otherwise be careful, tighten the boots up. The summit of Beinn Chlachair. It's all the way down there into Strathostian where we were a couple of weeks ago there to get Srongarv, and there's the 4 Munros there that stretch up from Coolrabothi and in the distance is Beinn. I think that one is the first of the Munros there above Kildabothie. And then spinning round here to the quarry we've just walked along, across to Geal Charn, our second Munro, and the last one's Creag Pitridh, then down to Loch there, and across to Craigmagie, and all the way down to the fir trees, where's the start of their walk today. Just left the cairn now and the summit, and we're heading back to pick a rucksack up at the path, and then it's a long walk out to the end of this ridge, and then we descend and then go across to this section here and head away up to the top in the middle there, which is Geal Charn. Then we'll come back along that track and head up to Creag Pitridh and then descend down. It's the last section of the summit plateau, and a wee sketchy descent, then down to here. Anyway, we're going over here and we head up this section, and then a sharp right and a pull up to the summit. The one you can see there is Creag Pitridh. If there is a chance up here, we'll hide a rucksack and pick it up on the way back down off of Geal Charn. Let's go. Geal Charn. now we're heading off Geal Charn and we're heading for the last Munro there, Creag Pitridh, and we go left a little bit and then it's a wee gradual rise before a wee steep pull up onto the pointed summit cairn there. This is the lowest hill of our set today, Creag Pitridh. All the way over to the Craigmaggie Reserve there, and Antilac there, then across to this and that and right into Strathossian there, across to Beinn and Chlachair there, then the back of the three hills at the Beinn Alder, that's Beinn Alder away in the distance, and Geal Charn there was summing up at the summit, and spinning round here to Loch and Arbor there. Beautiful area, eh? That's us now, finished the last Munro there, just a small matter of the descent. We'll head down and over that boggy land and try and catch up with the main track, then head all the way down there to that little loch, and our bike is under the bridge at Loch and Arbor, and then it's a long cycle back to the little white house away in the distance there. Still with us, thank you very much for staying to the end, and I hope you enjoy some of the footage and some of the scenery. Obviously not going to be as good as my last video, which was the overnight up at Keys where we've seen everything. Anyway, that was still a fantastic little trip there. 15.5 kilometres I think, round the three of them, the circuit, but very sore in the ankles, very demanding, especially on all the stony sections. Anyway, you look out for yourself, and I'll catch up with you the next time. Take care, ATB.